Hey guys, Monster Trio back with another One Piece theory, sticking with trying to do as many videos as possible. Um, my theory today is about what the Yonko's bounty will be. So, the four emperors. So, Kaido, Shanks, Big Mom, and Blackbeard now. So, I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, it's going to be impossible to predict them. They could be, slightly higher than the commanders or vastly higher than the commanders. We don't know. But these are my estimates as of right now in One Piece, which would be chapter 860. We're right in the middle of the Big Mom arc. So, as of right now, I think I'm going to go from weakest slash lowest bounty to highest bounty. So, for the lowest bounty right now for Yonko, I said it's Blackbeard. And I said that he has probably around a 1 billion berry bounty right now. And I think that's fair because he hasn't finished, obviously, how strong he's going to be. And I think he's probably, with the Quake fruit, worth roughly a billion belly. I think he's still, like I said, he's still growing. I think it's possible he absorbs another devil fruit, which would make his bounty jump another huge amount. But yeah, no, that's my reasoning for that. He's got a strong crew, but he obviously doesn't have, you know, as you'll see with some of the other Yonko, they rule over like certain land that's just theirs. So Blackbeard, I haven't really heard of that yet. But he is making moves fighting the revolutionaries and taking devil fruits. I'm actually curious to see which devil fruits he has already taken. Um, Now onto the next bounty, which I think is the next lowest, would be Big Mom. So I think that Oda is kind of introducing us to the characters in the sense of weakest to strongest. So they introduced Blackbeard very early in the series, and you know that he just recently became a Yonko, so he is probably, since he's not experienced, probably not one of the better Yonko at the moment, but he's definitely worthy of his title. Um, so yeah, no, I think that Big Mom has had the soul fruit for a while. She runs a kingdom with very powerful sweet commanders. You've got Smoothie, who's worth almost a billion. You've got Dogtooth now, as of the other chapter, as of last week. We had Dogtooth, who's worth $1,057,000,000, I think. So he's incredibly powerful, and he can see into the future. Cracker was not an easy opponent to beat, and only reason that Luffy beat him was because, one, Luffy's made of rubber and can actually eat that amount of food, and two, that Nami soaked them in water. So if he didn't have Nami for that fight, he wouldn't have won. So really, their chances of like winning right now with Big Mom and everyone is like zilch. They're just going to escape. But I think that she has, because due to her powerful army, her kingdom, her incredibly cruel and merciless personality and everything she does, I gave her a bounty of 1,560,000,000 belly, which I think is extremely, fair considering that her top commander is worth just over a billion. So I can't see her being worth more than that. I think it was actually maybe a little bit high. Maybe just 1,500,000,000, maybe even 400. But I think that this will be a good distance from Blackbeard's bounty as of right now. So then we're going to go on to the next one. We have Shanks, who I said, I'm just going to start with the bounty. I said he's worth 1,720,000,000 belly. And I said this because it's kind of obvious at the moment that Shanks, I know we haven't really seen any of his fighting or anything, but he doesn't seem to have a devil fruit based on everything we've seen. In fact, if I look at it, I don't think anyone on his crew really has a devil fruit that's significant, or that we know of at least. But I would bet that Shanks does not have a devil fruit. So the fact that he is a Yonko, and the reason I give him this high of a bounty is due to most of his strength, I believe, coming from Haki, whether it be observation, armament, and conquerors, because we know he has all three. I know that or at least I'm assuming that what he's been doing all this time is protecting his territories as an emperor, because you obviously take land, so you have to protect it. And I'm sure that considering he's one of the four Yonko, that his lands get attacked a decent amount. Um, and it's his responsibility as the commander. Especially, I could see him having such a loyal attitude that he wants to protect the people around him that he said he would. Um, yeah, no, but that's really it. I think that a majority of his crew is also trained in hockey, which I think is another reason to fear him, because I think Shanks is more of a team player, whereas Kaido, I'm going to get to him. I know that Kaido is like a one-man army, essentially. Well, more than that, he's pretty much like immune to everything. But I think that Shanks has a very strong crew because he has so many people who are strong on his team. You know that even just in the top 5 is Yasop, who is, obviously one of the best snipers in all of One Piece, or should be. We'll see. But yeah, so that's why I give Shanks a bounty of 1,720,000,000 belly. And now finally, onto the final Yonko at the moment, Kaido. So I gave Kaido the highest bounty, and I did this because he's been declared the strongest of all creatures. He easily defeated the entire Kid, Apu, and Hawkins alliance, all in one fell swoop. The entire island was against him, and he beat all of them. We didn't get to see that fight, but we know that Kid is currently in jail with Kaido, so I think Luffy and company are going to run to them in the Wano arc. But I gave him a bounty due to his just impenetrable body, his just everything. He couldn't die. They hung him. They stabbed him with spears. The spears broke. The ropes broke when they tried to hang him. He jumped off the Sky Island and it didn't even kill him, which I think was like 10,000 feet above where the ground was, which was conveniently Kid and Apu and Hawkins' base. But I gave him this unbreakable creature, because I won't even call him a man, especially on his look. He looks more like an animal to me. I would say that he's worth 2,200,000,000 belly. Now, I know that's a lot, and I actually was thinking it was a lot. I think I should probably put it closer to just 2 billion. But I honestly believe that if they have bounties out there for guys who are worth 1 billion, belly, and they're not even the commander, or they're not even the captain of that crew, and they're clearly not the strongest person ever. Dogtooth obviously he is one of the strongest people we have seen in One Piece, and we know that he will be. But I'm saying that the fact that he's not, a Shanks or a Blackbeard or a Big Mom kind of stands out, that those guys should have bounties that stand out. So that's what I meant, and that's why I'm giving Kaido 2 billion roughly berry bounty, and I think it's well earned. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Any theories you guys want, just let me know. All right, Monster Trio 3, signing off.